and now we're gonna have Eden Fractal. So I'm gonna give a real quick presentation just to introduce us here to Eden Fractal. We just had a wonderful town hall where we discussed respect trees and approved a proposal, as I just said, to for anybody who hasn't been watching or didn't watch the other video, to officially begin season 12 of Eden Fractal on Wednesday, January 15th, 2026. See the proposal for further details. Last event will be on the 20th. And we have 12 event seasons now at Eden Fractal. Way to go. If you're not familiar with Eden Fractal, check out edenfractal.com. It's a community dedicated to optimizing collective decision making through collaborative research, development, education, gamification, and community engagement. We've been pioneering ways for communities to coordinate that are better in many ways, including being fair, fast, and fun. And we've been meeting since 2021. You can check out edenfractal.com to see our vision to help all communities and organizations have the tools and methods for the best possible collective decision making. And we're doing this by implementing fractal decision-making processes at society. Learn more about what fractal decision-making processes are, including the respect game and our other kinds of governance processes, true democracy on the website and the blog, as well as our videos and our biweekly events that everyone's welcome to join as well, that you can all explore at edenfractal.com, as well as the tools that we're doing too, the Optimistics toolkit. We did just have the Eden Town Hall episode too, because we recently approved a proposal that the Eden Town Hall events would be at 16 UTC, 1 hour before the Eden Vector Respect game instead of 1 hour after. So for anybody who missed that, that has now been approved, and I invite everyone to join for 1 hour before Eden Fractal to join the Eden Town Hall, where we'll also be trying out this new respect trees game that Tadas came up with. Also want to give a quick shout out to some technical development in the ecosystem. Tadas released ORDAO 1.4 and integrated it with Zao Fractal. And you can watch the Eden's YouTube channel for Tadas giving an overview of the new features. Of course, you can also check out eden.fraps.xyz to see how this app is being used, the ORDAO app by the Eden Fractal community, as well as several other communities, and check out the Optimism Fractal chat for an overview of the new features that he has released, like new proposal types and UI improvements. Also, shout out to Pascal, who's in building a new DAO app featuring respect games or something like that, fractal governance, sharing it in the respect game chat. And also want to give a shout out to Vlad, who has been working on a new version of a respect game app that you can see at respectgame.app. He's inviting everyone to become Genesis members, and he's looking for feedback and testing. Check it out, and you can play and create an account easily. Some really cool stuff going on here. Big shout out to Vlad and Tadas for building the ORDAO, and Pascal and everybody who's building better tools and solutions for people to make better decisions with fractal governance, like we practice here at Eden Fractal. I think I'm just going to keep it pretty short here. So I think I kind of gave an overview. Everyone's welcome to join the events, both Eden Town Hall, Eden Fractal, and Optimism Fractal. Actually, Optimism Fractal is celebrating its 2-year anniversary next event, October 30th, and we invite everyone to join. We're going to be celebrating both Optimism Fractal and Optimism Town Hall. And now we're going to do what we love to do here, which is go and play the respect game. If anybody's not familiar with the respect game, everyone here is, but you can go to the Eden Fractal blog, and then you can scroll down a little bit to check out the Respect Game, a revolutionary framework for community growth. Basically, each of us is going to take turns to share what we've done to contribute to Eden Fractal's mission and vision, helping communities make better decisions, implementing fractal decision-making processes, etc. Over the past couple of weeks since our last event. And then we're going to rank each other's contributions. If we had more people, we go into breakout groups, but it looks like because we have 6 people, we'll stay in one breakout group today. And so each person will take about 4 or 5 minutes to share what they've done to help the ecosystem, and then we'll work to rank each other's contributions, and we'll all receive respect if we can reach consensus and post it on the ORDAO app at the end of the game. And people who receive higher ranks will receive more respect. So thanks all for being here. Thanks all for everybody who's watching, and hope you all have a great time playing the respect game today at Eden Fractal. Who would like to go first? Would anybody like to go first? I heard Eric make a little squeaking sound or something. Hope you're doing well, Eric. You've been doing some cool stuff. Maybe you want to share some of your progress on your
Sure.
research?
A couple things. First of all, this week, so we just had San Diego Startup Week. So we had thousands of people show up for a 5-day event, different location every day, including Mexico, celebrating startups, providing resource for startups, connecting people. Following that, we're about to go out with a thank you note to the over 100 volunteers that put this thing on. And we just approved the text in the email to go out inviting all those volunteers to participate in my fractal governance research for nonprofits. The other thing that we drafted was an article for their newsletter, which will go out on the 31st, also inviting everybody else who wants to become a volunteer or do that, plus reminding volunteers, inviting them to participate in the research. And then we scheduled the first onboarding, the orientation, for November 7th. And that'll be recorded, so people don't actually have to show up. They can watch the recording, or they could show up. I'll probably do one more time. And then probably a week after that, we will launch the research. So be happy to have anybody that wants to help moderate these research and make sure these people, and put people in breakout rooms to help. Otherwise, I'll just bounce how I can. But that starts the week after November 7th. And then yesterday, San Diego City and County put on a Live Well Advance in School Summit, which is a great event, which has all the services in the city, county, some in the state, plus tons of non-profits. So I got a stack of nonprofits to follow up on for participating in the research and then beyond. And then other than that, I've just been starting to put the feedback that Dan gave me last week from going through the orientation. And so I'm probably a fourth of the way through adding the new inputs I got to make the onboarding better. And then the other thing, I talked to my business partner. She just has quit one of the jobs she has. She's off on vacation. When she comes back, she's going to move in to become part of the team to roll this out in 2026 for real. So that's a lot. Oh, we're also launching a new podcast. I'm finalizing that on Friday, called Connected by Innovation, and exploring how communities, specifically San Diego, come together to make this one of the best and fastest place to launch innovative companies by removing bottlenecks, breaking down silos, and education through collaboration. And so I've got appointments already with various academic leaders, some government leaders, some non-government leaders, and some industry leaders to talk about feedback for what the podcast should be, and invite them to be guests on the podcast. So that's it.
All right, great work. Thank you very much, Eric. Really excited to see all your research coming together, or the research project embarking, as well as all your initiatives in support of the fractal ecosystem. Very much appreciated. And yeah, if you'd like to pick some way to go next, then you can do so whenever you're ready.
Sure. I would like to hear what Swarthy has to say, but he looks like he's eating dinner, so I don't want to interrupt the chew.
It's okay. It's my breakfast, but it's toast, so I can wait. I'm excited to hear everything that you're working on, Eric. I gave my email here in the chat, so if you want some help with moderation, I'd be happy to look at my calendar and see if I can help. But for the past few weeks, I haven't actually been able to make it to an Eden Fractal meeting in about a month, unfortunately. But I have been quite busy, and I wasn't able to make it earlier for town hall because I was in a protocol meeting, a protocol upgrade meeting for Nouns Builder. HTT, I'll put the link here in the chat. Nouns Builder is a protocol funded by the Nouns DAO to help make launching and managing compound governance style DAO, easy to do. As long as you have your art collection, you can, in just several steps in a few minutes, configure and launch a DAO, for better or worse. And we are looking at implementing protocol level upgrades that encourage liquidity and growth for all the DAOs currently operating on the platform. What is really exciting about it is that we're looking to give these NFT-governed DAOs the ability to launch and manage their own ERC20 token, and then use those ERC20 tokens as counter levers to capital investment in governance and decision making. So to be able to distribute that token, something that we're experimenting with already in a number of DAOs, either on the Nouns Builder platform or planning to launch, is the implementation of the respect game within those communities to help determine the allotment of incentive. And then once the Nouns Build ERC20 features are implemented, we'll be able to use the respect game to guide and weight the distribution of DAO governance token according to games like this one. We'll invite people to stand-ups, biweekly stand-ups within the DAO and within working groups within the DAO with predetermined budgets, and then using the results of respect games weight the incentive distribution. So it's been exciting. I've been working with Nouns Africa, a group of engineers in Africa called Build a DAO. And that's about 6 to 12 engineers working with a group of a dozen founders right now to get their small to medium enterprise on chain. And both of those communities are at a point now where they're ready to start implementing the respect game on a bi-weekly basis. I just have to get myself apprised of the code base now.
Excellent. And you got some cool music in the background too, it sounds like.
Yeah, my partner decided to start practicing, I guess.
All right. Sound good. Well, thanks for sharing. I was looking at the nouns.build website that you shared, and I've heard of it before, but I never actually explored the website. It looks fascinating. So, thanks for sharing all the stuff you're building, as well as and you're interested in helping Eric with his research. I appreciate both those things, as well as you're working to implement those respect games with those communities. So I saw your message before saying that you're looking for help with getting fractals going for different communities. So looking forward to discussing that with you, as well as appreciate your interest in getting into the code base too. So maybe we should follow up on that later after the call if you'd like. And then if there's anything else you wanted to share, then feel free. I see you just shared the IPFS link, which I'm going to click on. But yeah, you can pick somebody to go next whenever you want, or if you want to add anything else, then feel free.
Yeah, I just wanted to share the link to the that IPFS document is the protocol upgrade specification that we're mapping at Builder DAO. We're still in the early stages and looking for community participation and feedback. So if anybody has a care to look over what we're doing there, I believe it really lends itself to fractal style governance at an infrastructure level. But other than that, I can pass it off to Zaal. I'm interested to hear what's going on there, Zaal.
Zaal asked, can we do him last? He's finishing some stuff up.
Sure thing. And let's do, I don't believe I've met Harvesto before. Or maybe they're not there and we'll go with Tadas. And I promise Tadas it's not just because you're the last one. You
Okay.
also
It's fine. Yeah, I created a list. Contributions posted in the Zoom chat. Yeah, so over with last week, I published or released ORDAO version 1.4. I added the link to the release notes that I created, and I posted ORDAO Fractal event number 5, where I presented all of these new features I also deployed this version for ORDAO Fractal as well as Zao Fractal. And yeah, we started coordinating with Zaal, fixing the respect distribution for Zao Fractal, which which has been lacking some of our DAO features, and hence the respect distribution that it created has to be fixed now. But it should be easy to do now with ORDAO new version. And yeah, then I also reached out to potential interviewees for Harvestos research. Not a lot of them responded, unfortunately. Created Then I created a Google form for collecting information needed for me to deploy ORDAO for new communities. Yeah, so far I just been asking questions when I need to deploy for new communities. Now for Trigens Trigens DAO, I tried something different, created a form. Yeah. Just today I started testing Vlad's new respect game app that he's building for base batches hackathon, I think. Yeah, and I gave him some feedback. Yeah, like I already said, helping Zaal fix respect distribution. Then just fixed one bug with that Zaal found that relates to proposal to set minimum vote weight to pass a proposal. That ORDAO parameter has not been working when setting to too big of a number. So I fixed that and deployed that fixed version. Yeah, and finally what I just shared, was planning to share it like tomorrow, but I just shared it in the town hall. Synchronous Respect Trees draft for Synchronous Respect Trees game, which can help communities prioritize topics and subtopics and help focus community contributions in respect game and improve discussions in town hall events. Yeah, so that's all from me. And yeah, Harvesta, are you there? Okay, sorry, Dan or Zal, who wants to go next?
I can go if you like. I see Zal's in the move. Zal, you ready to go now? Or would it be useful if I go first?
I can go now.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? It's been a pretty busy week here. I have been working with Tadas to get the Zao DAO updated so that we are ready to rock. We have burned all of we have a proposal up that I need to finish executing that is going to burn all of the respect that was made with our 1x amount. And honestly, all there is left to do to get the Zao DAO up to date is to distribute out respect for the last few weeks since we transitioned to the Zao DAO. And then my goal is to get into a consistency every single week at specific times in the week to actually create transactions, because there is about a 5-day window to actually get a transaction through. So that means for changing a period number or anything like that, that needs to be done in advance if we still want to do our meetings on Monday nights. Honestly, other than that, I've been really focused on a local event here in my hometown, music event that I'm helping support.
Looks like we might have lost Zal.
Yeah. Oh, am I back?
Zaal, you just froze up for
There we
5 seconds
go.
or so. You said you've been focusing on a local event that you've been hoping to support, and then you froze up for 10 seconds.
Yeah, so I'm helping with marketing and promotion for a local music event. Hurricane's going to be performing here, so we're going to be, sharing a little bit of the blockchain and tech, but it's a lot more of the Web 2 focus. But that's kind of where my focus is getting pulled right now, because I'm just really excited to build locally here. It's a very small area, so I want to be the blockchain guy here and really support this area in getting on blockchain. It would be really cool to create a fractal ecosystem locally that physically meets. That's one of my goals. And over the past 2 weeks, I've been also thinking about a Wave Wars DAO for many different reasons. The current Wave Wars team is me, Hurricane, the founder and dev. And MC, and then Candy, who does all of our graphics and content. And we've had a lot of different people participating and sharing different pieces of art and supporting, whether that be trading on the platform, whether that be streaming their POV of the event. And I really think that there's a way to add people to the collective team to get the goal of Wave Wars moving forward, but not have to mess up the workflow of the team of us three moving in unison and being able to be very agile. So the goal of the DAO really is to reward people that help push the idea of Wave Wars, whether that be in the aspect of just straight promotion, right? Like promotion and marketing, very basic, to the level of like actually creating art and doing something with it. So I've been playing around and looking a little bit more at some tools, one of them being Empire Builder on Farcaster. For those of you that don't know about Empire Builder, Empire Builder is a tool that lets you either pull in a token, an ERC20 that's already been created, and create a leaderboard, a treasury, airdrop opportunities, and the like around an idea, or you can, launch a token through their platform and have many other ways to bring in other focuses. So my focus on the Wave Wars team has always been on the ETH side and composability. The Wave Wars D app is created currently on Solana, and Solana is great because it works, but the interoperability aspect and the ability to transact on chain, earn money on chain, tokenize things on chain, and bring that back to holders or users and consumers of the whole DAO is my goal. So we're going to be doing all the DAO stuff on ETH and really trying to, ETH being a layer two on ETH, and really trying to focus in on leveraging the DAO tooling for promotion, marketing, and officially bringing people into our community under a DAO scope. So that's kind of what we're working on and thinking. And then on a bigger picture, long term, after the initial empire is created, I would like to get to a point where we are having somehow asynchronous meetings and voting on what people are doing in the DAO to push the Wave Wars concept forward and be able to vote on that for actual governance within the DAO. Because I really like leveraging the liquid token as a utility promotion and marketing tool, and having actual governance through our respect tokenomics, because that's just a really good way of building people that are coming back and being consistent. So that's kind of where I'm at, thinking about a lot of things. Definitely need to reconnect with Swarthy on the Nouns Africa Fractal stuff, because I'm excited to help support them in their journey of starting the Fractal. And I think that'll give me a better understanding of what I want to do with the Wave Wars DAO, of having a portion of governance also that I need to figure out what the DAO will actually be doing. We're thinking something along the lines of actually curating the battles, because the team currently does that. And that will give an incentive for people to join the DAO, because a lot of people are asking about how we curate the battles and how they can be included in that process. Yeah, I think that's all from me. I'll kick it over to Mr. Dan.
All right, sounds great. Thank you, Zal, for all the great work and sharing with us. Really love to see it and excited about it. I know Harvester hasn't got the chance to speak yet, so Harvester, if you did want to go ahead and go before me, then you're welcome to. Otherwise, I can go ahead now as Zal pass it on to me, and you can follow up afterwards. All right, I'll go ahead. And I don't know if Zaal, maybe you mentioned, I'm not sure, but one thing that I did this week, which is a little contribution, and that is a much bigger contribution for Zaal, obviously, is I listened to Zaal on GM Farcaster podcast, which I've enjoyed for a while. I see Horacio said, please go ahead. Okay, I'm going ahead now. I also saw Swarthy here, so super happy to see you're still working at Wave Wars. Very cool. I am too. So yeah, I watched Zaal, or I listened to Zaal and watched some of this on GM Farcaster, which is a really great podcast. So way to go, Zaal, and thanks for spreading the good word about the Zao on there. And then, yeah, if anybody's not familiar with me, you can check out dancingjoy.com. You can see my work with these fractal communities and optimistics Eden creators and so forth. I work a lot behind the scenes on this full time, and I'm also going to share a highlight of what I'm doing now or what I've done over the past couple weeks. So, um, I put out this paragraph post as well as I put it up. I did all the promotions for this event, or maybe not all, but most of them at least, or a lot of them, for the Optimism Fractal and Optimism Town Hall events, as well as organizing this last week. So I put this out in a bunch of different channels, all the different Telegram groups and Discord chats and stuff like that. And I made this article on the paragraph, and actually I made a few different versions of the article. I just remembered. To both introduce the town hall because it had been the first time that we joined the Optimism Town Hall for like 5 months, and so I reproposed it so we could discuss the 2 year anniversary of Optimism Fractal as well as discuss the research project that Eric is doing. And then during that time, I both hosted the Fractal Respect game and then had a really in-depth discussion giving Eric feedback about his research project. You can also see the topic proposal that I created along with this too on the Optimism Town Hall snapshot space, as well as I put up some messages about this in the governance forum for optimism and stuff like that. So each of these I put some time in to make it really nice, although I forgot to load this beforehand. But yeah, you can see now the post that I made here that kind of gives an overview of this event and invite everyone to join. I also hosted the Eden Town Hall last week too, where we did a pretty quick Eden Town Hall, but basically this is where we approved the proposal to change the time of the town hall. So hosted that, as well as I participated in the ORDAO Fractal that Tadas hosted about a week ago, and I also produced the video. I asked a bunch of questions there and supported the development, and I produced the video and published on the Eden Creators YouTube channel. Also made the thumbnail and put together some timestamps and so forth for the prior episode and published 2 of these episodes of ORDAO Fractal. As people saw from the Eden Town Hall event, I just had where I proposed the Eden Fractal Season 12, which has the background and context about this proposal, as well as the benefits of both adopting the seasonal schedule officially for Eden Fractal, as well as coordinating this break. And just actually hosted the Eden Town Hall about this an hour ago, so I guess I can include that in the contributions as well. And so yeah, basically I put out this proposal and also did the same thing or similar thing for Optimism Fractal and coordinated this as well as used the voting process. But yeah, Optimism Fractal also put out, I didn't do the same thing because I made a draft proposal here and then I shared this in the Optimism Fractal chat. You can see it in the Discord here where I let everybody know about this proposal. And then you can see the full proposal in the Notion page just linked with details and additional links about how this process can work. I also created the Optimism Fractal proposal and register or Optimism Fractal Council registration proposal to keep that legislative process going ahead. And then in addition to another big contribution I made this week was, or a couple weeks ago, I told Tadas, Vlad, and a few other developers in the Fractal ecosystem about the base batches program that's going on. With building stuff on base. And as a result, that inspired Vlad to build this Respect Game app. It's at respectgame.app right now. And I talked with Vlad twice over the past 2 weeks, as well as we went on back and forth in a bunch of messages, and I gave him a bunch of feedback and inspiration and helped him test it and so forth, and registered as I think one of the first users, and then played around with the app and so forth. So have helped him a lot with that. Obviously, he built it, but I did provide a lot of inspiration for him and provide the opportunity for him to potentially receive funding from this, and also help promote it in the recent events. And then I've also been in touch with some people from the Optimism Collective about retro funding in season 8 too. So I made this post a while ago, and I didn't get a response from the Optimism Foundation here, but I did get a response from the Optimism Foundation. I got a response from somebody here who's supporting our work, and then the Optimism Foundation, I made a more detailed message explaining, the links to our software and so forth, and got in detail to get clarity about what qualifies for funding in season 8 of retro funding. And then I relayed that to Das. I shared some messages just a little while ago in the Eden Fractal Telegram chat with Zaal about liquid tokens and illiquid respect, as well as non-fungibility out of fungibility, the ideas that Tadas had shared and the app that Vlad had built and different mechanisms and stuff like that. I've also been responding to various other people, like this guy, Bryan. He's a developer who built this Arrowburrows app, and he joined Optimism Fractal recently. And so I put together a pretty detailed message to help support his work in development. And Alex is also another developer who's joined Optimism Fractal who reached out to me with some questions. I updated some of the websites for Optimism Video, optimismtownhall.com/videos, and edentownhall.com/videos, saying the wrong word sometimes, to provide a better introduction. This is specifically the areas I introduced and fix up this beginning top of the page. And then I've been doing a lot of thinking about collaborations with fractals and churches and also fractal coins. I've been discussing a lot with Tadas, and I came up with both version 2 and version 3 of it over the past few days. And also fractal ecosystem development plan, how this could work with nonprofit and stuff like that. One of the things that I looked into particular this week was Eigenlayer and Sovereign Tokens, this article by James Smart about this novel kind of token. But I've also got some really interesting other ideas too that I'll share soon. So those are my contributions for now. Thanks all for listening, and I will move on to picking Harvester to go next. Are you ready? Maybe Harvesto is not yet ready. In the meantime, while Harvesto is getting ready, does anybody have any questions for anybody or any comments that you'd like to share based upon the first 5 presentations? And also, would anybody like to create a group in Fractogram, either the Telegram app or the web app?
Hi guys, can you hear me well?
Hey, Harvesto, good to hear you. We can hear you, but it's a bit quiet. Maybe if you could move closer to the microphone and speak a bit louder.
Oh, okay, is it better now?
Pretty similar to what it previously was, I think.
Okay.
That's much better.
Well, oh yeah, I think it was because of the Bluetooth connection.
Okay. Yeah, hear
Yeah,
you loud and
so
clear now.
all right. So I haven't been up to much since the last meeting. I think I missed was 2 meetings before this one. I missed the previous call. So, but it's pretty much been work on my research or case study, and it's about, of which you're aware and Tadas is aware as well. It's about the getting more contacts to interview. It's kind of been on a stall right now, and plus I've not really been well. I've been under the weather and sick for the past week or so. So, but just getting back to it and want to follow up or do whatever is possible to get more interviews for the research, because that's like the main source of, or the main resource for the case study. So for those of us who is here and they have no idea what research or case study I'm talking about, so for the past pretty much some months now, I've been working on creating a sort of resource for decision making in fractal organizations, and that involved reading up the resources that Tadas and Dan shared with me. And yeah, they've been so helpful with that. And then reaching out and having conversations with the head and core members of fractal organizations, the ones we put in a list. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hoping to score more interviews soon so I can continue with the research. And yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Harvesto, for sharing your contributions with us, as well as all of your research. Been really enjoying helping to support your research, as well as joining and speaking with you on the interview a couple weeks ago, I suppose that was. So I'm excited for everybody else to get to see the results of your research, as well as to see how it goes as you continue it. And I hope you feel better too. So I'm wishing you the best and hope that you have full health. If there's anything else you'd like to share, then feel free. Thanks to the heart. Feel free if there's anything else you want to share. I think you still had another couple minutes. or if not, then actually Tadas also shared the link for playing the Respect game in the chat, and I encourage everyone to join that link in Telegram so that we can start ranking in the Respect game whenever we're ready. And also, if anybody has any questions for each other, particularly those that would be helpful for reaching consensus, then please feel free to ask now. I see Swarthy, you're unmuted.
Yeah, can you say more about the game that you helped Vlad build? I just created an account, but I haven't. I was trying to create an account and get to the walkthrough before, but I didn't get to go to the walkthrough. I just created an account, so I don't know what I'm in for when I go to play.
Okay, well, yeah, I'd be happy to. I mean, to be clear, Vlad built, all of it. I think he works a little bit with he's got another developer he works with named Lennar, who I think helped him with some of the development. I helped him in terms of talking about it and inspiration and design and stuff like that, but he actually, built it, so I don't want to take credit for that. And this is an app. I don't know if you're familiar with the Respect.games app. Vlad previously built this. It's on the Optimistic site, and I might have shared with you at some point. That app, it had some issues technically on an infrastructure level, and currently there's some bugs in it. So he decided to rebuild a new Respect Game app from scratch. With this app, he specifically targeted the base community. He's open to, deploying it for other communities in the future, but right now he just decided to just focus on building an app that basically there'll be it's still in alpha right now, so he's planning to complete it in the next couple of days, the alpha version, in time for the base batches deadline, and then basically he's going to be setting it so that one time, or I suppose every week, basically, there's gonna be a new respect game. This is gonna be an asynchronous respect game where people don't come together for a meeting, but there's one day where everybody can submit their contributions to the base ecosystem, and then I believe there'll be 6 days in which people can rank each other. And then it'll also automatically go and break people into breakout groups if there's more than 6 people, and put people in these random breakout groups. And then there's a respect score, which determines a governance council of people who can, make decisions on behalf of the community and add new members and so forth. And then there's also a respect token where Vlad is trying out a new way of having a liquid respect token. So that's kind of like a high level overview where people can both play these games to earn that liquid respect token and gain this higher respect score for kind of creating like this game where people can create this kind of on-chain community account as well. Happy to provide more details if you'd like, but that kind of is like a high level overview, I'd say. And yeah, if you want Swarthy too, I know that a couple times you mentioned that it'd be useful to discuss some of the things that you're aiming to do with the fractal ecosystem. So if you wanted to stick around a bit after the Eden Fractal call, I'd be happy to explain more about that, as well as you're looking for help with implementing Fractal. So if you want, we could talk about what you're doing after the call or another time in the coming weeks or something like that too.
That sounds good. I'll have some time after, and we can schedule something for sure.
Okay, sounds good. I'll stick around a bit after the Eden Fractal call ends, and then keep the Zoom open. And then if we have more to discuss, then we'll schedule a longer call another time. Thanks also for asking the question. And oh yeah, Vlad's looking for like people to test out the app and stuff like that. And then we have 4 people who have joined this Eden Fractal Telegram group, or the Eve 130 Telegram group, where we're going to be playing the respect game. So I think we're waiting for Zaal and Harvesto. So if you guys can both join, then that would be appreciated.
Okay, so let's see, joined.
Okay, cool. GM, no problem, Zaal. Zaal has been running around the workplace, I think, so can understand. And then Harvesto, I know he's been cooking or eating dinner, so maybe he's got noodles and having some chicken noodle soup or something like that to get better. But whenever you get the chance, Harvesto, we'd appreciate if you could join. And I suppose in the meantime, if anybody else has any other questions or comments for anybody, then please feel free. And also, I see Tadas just said, please enter your base account. So yeah, maybe that's best to just go ahead and enter our base account now, and Harvesto can join whenever he's ready, but we can still get the game started in the meantime. Remember, Eric, you got to do it as a response to the message.
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, I think everyone responded. Still waiting for you, Harvesto, but that's meanwhile I will create a poll with him included.
Sounds good. So now we're ranking level 6. So who do you think did the most to contribute to Eden Fractal, our mission and vision now?
Harvesto, can you see the poll in the Telegram?
I think that Harvesto probably can't see it because he just joined it. So maybe we can put out.
Yo, I isn't that the group where I send the Bengu
Yes.
hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Do you see
Okay.
anything above it?
Bro,
Let
I'm
me
not
check.
gonna lie, I get so many pudgy penguins gifts from people who are so out of crypto, and like they have really got it going over there. So many normies are using pudgy gifts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're like the face of crypto GIFs. Crypto and GIFs, like that intersection. Officially, actually. I think they had if you check abstracts of Pudgy Penguins pin tweets, you'd get more context on that.
Okay. Yeah, I know that
Harvesto,
they're.
can you see?
No, I can't see the whatever. It's just the message I sent. I can't see anything else.
You should be able to see now. He posted after your penguin to please enter your base account.
Yeah, and for others, you don't need to respond again. So only Harvesto needs. We only need Harvesto's response, and meanwhile, we need to create another poll for
Okay. But if you do respond again, you get double respect, though, right?
no.
Oh, I thought that was the way to game the system. It still doesn't show Harvesto's account next to it for some reason, because
Yeah,
Harvesto.
because
Oh,
because he replied later, but it's okay. It will pick it up later, so we can vote in the poll.
okay, sounds good. So now we're once again ranking level 6. Who do you think did the most to help Eden Fractal based on the presentations?
Yeah, I'm voting for Dan because he did a lot as always, and he also keeps managing Optimism Fractal council process and so on, which it's harder to do as it currently less active, and yeah, so that's very appreciated. Uh, a lot of errands, small errands that need to be done for maintenance.
Thank you, Tadas. I appreciate that a lot, that recognition.
Yeah, I see
And
Dan gets level 6.
all right, thanks all for the votes. And I think we're missing Zaal. Waiting for Zaal's vote.
Yeah, I voted for Eric because I'm really excited to see all the results of your research. I think that it's really great that you're working to educate on the subject. And I know that you've been working hard at it. So it's not the first time I've heard updates on it. I'm excited to see the results.
I agree. I also voted for Eric.
I share the same sentiment as Swarthy, although I voted for Tadas here. Because I think also Tadas's upgrades for ORDAO 1.4 are really valuable. He made some really great features, and I also really like this new respect game, or not, well, I guess it's a new respect game, but the Synchronous Respect Trees game. I think that's also a really valuable idea, and hosting the ORDAO Fractal 5 meeting. And also, Eric got level 5 at the Optimism Fractal last event. So that kind of plays some role. That I gave some respect to Eric for that last week, but also happy to go with Eric if everybody would like to. But that's why I voted for Tadas, because I think that's really valuable too. Would anybody like to change their votes? I know, Eric, you can change your vote if you'd like to vote for yourself, or if anyone would like to switch the votes or advocate either way, then if Eric gets one more votes, then he'll have consensus for level 5.
Okay, someone switch their vote. We have consensus for level 5, and Eric.
Okay.
So level 4.
And it looks like we have consensus on Tadas for level 4.
Thank you. Now level 3. It seems we have consensus on Zao.
Okay. What does www means all? Win, win, win? Or World Wide Web? Don't worry too much Twitch.
Yeah, Zao has so many sayings I never
Yeah.
I learn from him. I feel like learning from him.
It's also like a cultural he's a cultural icon. Okay. And it looks like we have consensus for Swarthy at level 2. And that means that Harvesto will get level 1. And oh, now we determine the delegate of the group. So much respect to you all, and thanks for the respect distribution port of the respect game. And now we're going to choose who will be the delegate. As I think everybody here is probably familiar, but I'm not sure actually. Who's already a delegate? Maybe I'll go ahead and pull up my screen in case people aren't familiar with the process, and also who's a delegate, so we can all see it visually rather than just hearing it. And you can also confirm it to make sure that I'm not just making it up, saying that I am the delegate. I am the delegate. I'm just kidding, having some fun here. Thank you for all dealing with my humor. So to answer Zal's specific question, the delegates are oof. I just made the screen too big. Sorry about that. Delegates, well, actually, I'm not a delegate anymore. So I take back everything I said. I was a delegate, but my term expired as of about an hour ago. And now the current delegates are Timothy, Zaal, and Tadas. And now we're choosing our delegate for Council 130. You can also see on the left side that the proposals that were approved. So we're on a streak now, actually, 2 proposals approved in a row. So way to go, guys. But yeah, that's who's currently delegates. And for anybody who's not familiar, I'm not sure maybe if Harvesto is familiar with this process. It's the legislative consensus process for Eden Fractal. You can learn more at edenfractal.com/plus. Basically, the way this works is that after the respect game at every event, each breakout room will elect a delegate to serve as the representative for their breakout group. In this case, we just have one breakout group, one game. And then the delegates will serve in a council for 4 events. And actually, this changes a little bit because we approved the proposal to change the Eden Town Hall last event, the timing of the Eden Town Hall. So normally it would start that day, but basically your term would start. I guess it starts officially like right away, but the upcoming 4 Eden Town Halls, you would be a delegate. And we'd be asking you to join all the Eden Town Hall events, read the Eden Fractal Telegram chats, and opine on any proposals, or at least vote on proposals. You don't have to share your opinion necessarily, other than just yes or no, but basically make good decisions for the fractal community, for Eden Fractal, and also, help support the wider fractal ecosystem. So that's the way it works, basically. We're electing a delegate to make decisions for Eden Fractal. And we've already done this for the past 4 events now. And since they expire after 4 events, my term just expired. So thank you all. It's been a pleasure. I'll give my honorary thank you speech later. And now we are ready to elect the new delegate. So first off, maybe if there's any questions, then feel free to ask. But then next, I see Swarthy also has Tadas built a new respect game app. I saw that was from a while ago, but Tadas built ORDAO 1.4, which is a respect game app, also an infrastructure for making decisions with respect to. We could talk about that afterwards too. So he built a new version of it. But yeah, I was just responding to Swarthy's Zoom comment there. But hopefully that just provides clarity for anyone who's watching or isn't familiar with the process. And now it looks like people already voted for the delegate. So I guess maybe I was talking a lot.
You just vote for yourself.
Okay, I'll vote for myself. Thanks. Sorry if I was going on and on too much. People can jump in if I am talking too much. But thank you all for the votes. I appreciate it. Looks like I have consensus. Harvester did vote for Tadas. Or yes, Harvester voted for Tadas, but I will accept it because Tadas is already a delegate and I would like to be a delegate too. So I appreciate the nomination and I will do my best to serve the Eden Fractal community. Thank you all.
And here is the consensus message.
Okay, and that consensus message, if everybody can please go to where it says results can be submitted here, click the here button, and then that will direct you to eden.fraps.xyz, which is the respect game app, you could say, that Tadas has been building for the past year plus. And this is where we both submit our breakout room results in the Eden Fractal ORDAO application, as well as if it meets all the criteria of the optimistic respect-based executive contract, that's the main component of ORDAO, then respect will be distributed to everybody within about 2 weeks. Am I still sharing my screen? No, right?
I see your screen.
Oh,
Yes.
do you see the Eden Fractal app?
Yes, and I also see your Zoom window.
Huh.
I
Yeah,
see myself. Yeah.
it's confused. Maybe I clicked something. Oh, I don't know what that did. Um, I'm kind of scared to hit that button. There's like tabs at the top of Zoom now. I can get the meeting or my screen, but when I click my stream, it was like a fractal kind of thing going on. So anyway, the proposal logged in, so proposal went through. So you could see Tadas. It's good that I'm sharing my screen because I wanted to talk about it anyway. So the proposals have Tadas, it looks like, has proposed for me to become the delegate. So we're making 2 proposals to the ORDAO account right now. The proposal that is at the top right there, I just refreshed it, is a custom signal proposal to elect me as a delegate. So that's just how we have an on-chain record that the group elected me with my uh, EVM account and Telegram account with a signal type of 2, which is just the code that we use for delegate elections. And then once one of us goes and we click here in the Fractogram Telegram app, then we'll push that on chain as well. So that for some reason it was taking a while to load when I did. Sometimes it still takes a while to load that. Guess I have to log in. So I'll go ahead and log in, and then everybody will be able to see the proposals on chain, and also encourage you all to post it on chain as well, so that we have additional consensus on chain, additional record of everybody's consensus. With that, we are 4 minutes past the top of the hour. If anybody had any questions or thoughts that you want to share to wrap up this Eden Fractal event, then feel free. If not, we can wrap it up. I'm gonna just officially stop my screen share because I had to log in. This gave me a bit of difficulties. But thanks all for the great respect game as well as all the amazing contributions. Really excited to see what everybody's doing in the Fractal ecosystem. Also really enjoyed the Eden Town Hall that we had earlier today. As a reminder, we're going to be meeting for Optimism Fractal's 2-year anniversary on the 30th. So I invite you all to join Optimism Fractal at 17 UTC next week to play the Respect game on the Super Chain on Ethereum. And then we're going to have the celebration of some sort at Optimism Town Hall. The hour afterwards, we're going to have a 2-hour event for Optimism Fractal in celebration next week and give out some respect at Optimism Fractal. And then in 2 weeks from now, we're going to come back for Eden Fractal and Eden Town Hall. But first, I should say Eden Town Hall first, because we're going to be coming back at 16 UTC for the Town Hall, playing the new Synchronous Respect Trees game that Tadas is going to propose. So stay tuned at t.me/Eden Fractal in the Telegram group to see how that's going to work. And there's gonna be some voting in between events where you can vote on what topics you'd like to discuss and what you'd like to achieve as a community. So hope that this has all been a great event for you all. It's been a great event for me. And like I said, if any of you guys have last comments, then feel free to jump in, last chance. But otherwise, everybody can register at lu.ma/optimystics, mystics spelled with a Y, mystical, for the upcoming events. And we hope to see you there. And thanks all for the great event. Thanks for the heart as well. And I suppose if everybody's ready, we'll count down 3, 2, 1, and say go Eden Fractal. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. There we go. Well, 3, 2, 1, 0. Go Eden Fractal! All right. Thanks all so much, and see you next time.